Hello. Hi. Welcome back. Welcome back to, I don't know what it is that I do here. It's a vlog, a vlog, a blog, a video blog, whatever. Whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, an episode. Welcome back. I'm so happy to have you. And I know I just graced y'all with my presence last week, but I figured today is my day off, and this is actually like day off number 4, so so yeah, I figured I might as well do something fun because it's also the first day of school. But early this morning I put a pretty cool little sizable dent in my assignment load, so I was like, I'm gonna make the most out of this day, and I figured we could start with a story time. Before I proceed, why don't you grab a drink? I have mine right here. Quick shout out to Miss Juliet from Worthy Nutrition in Brownsville. She made it taste like pink grapefruit and liberty and dreams and whatever. Point is, it's really, really good. So grab a drink, grab a snack. I'll be prompt. I won't dilly-dally too long. Today I will be telling you about how I met my wonderfully, delightfully furry little fiance, Edward. So basically, let me set the scene. McAllen, Texas, July 2018. Diego, that's me. Diego is woefully single. After doing the whole like finding himself and exploration and whatever. Yeah, single dude living in McAllen, which is like North Rio Grande Valley. And you know, I'm not hating it. Like I'm not gonna be one of those people who like craps all over single life, because like it wasn't terrible. I mean, it was a little lonely sometimes, especially with my family being like an hour away, and so I couldn't like just drop what I was doing and go see them and like be back in time for work, or you know. So it wasn't bad. It was a little bit lonely, but anyway, I had it like hardwired in my brain that like all men were scum. And so that was like the mindset I was walking around with. And one day on July 18th, 2018, this lovely little young nurse, she reaches out to me, and she's like, hey, I don't know how you feel about blind dates, but would you care to go on a date with my boss? And I said, I was like, okay, why not? And she went on to talk about like what a great person he is, and like what a wonderful leader, and he has dogs, and he likes coffee, and so, you know, checking all my boxes. I agree, and I just said, I'm like, well, but also though, like, can he drive up here? Like, is he gonna, like, am I gonna go to Brownsville to have dinner, or is he gonna come up here, or what's the deal? Because I need to know. And turns out he loved the restaurants in McAllen, Texas. I keep saying McAllen, Texas, like what other state is this gonna take place in? Anyway, so he loves the restaurants in McAllen. So he made his way to McAllen, and we set a dinner date for July 21st. It was a Saturday at 7:30 p.m. So I am early always. I fall into the school of thought where if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, just don't even bother. I had sat down at our table at 7:15 p.m. and like before I knew it, he was walking into the door of the restaurant at 7:18. Already he was a step ahead of the game. If you see me messing with my hair, it's because it is so humid outside, and humidity equals oily, and oily equals unruly. So I'm just, yeah, I keep doing this number. It's not helping. Anyway, so he walks in to the restaurant at 7:18, and already my tummy is aflutter. Not only because he was punctual, and punctuality is next to godliness, but also high. Like, he was just like like a little Nebraska version of like Seth Rogen. He has his little beard and he's bald and he's just like cuddly. And anyway, he walked in and sat down, and our dinner, I found, was it was me doing a lot of the talking, if you can believe that, and he did a lot of listening. He's I found him to be at first very, very soft-spoken, and yeah, his voice is very soft, and he's just such a pleasure. Anyway, so dinner came and went, and then we made our way downstairs, and we actually went across the parking lot to have a cup of coffee. And that's when, that's when our date officially ended. Our first date officially ended. He swears up and down that I ended the date with a very awkward, like 2 feet between us, like platonic hug where I like patted his back and I was like, nice to meet you, drive safe. And like with that, I stood in the parking lot and I watched the lights on his car just grow dimmer and further and more distant, and that was our first date. And then on Monday he texted me, so Monday the 23rd, he texted me and he said, Saturday was really fun, I hope we can do it again. I had called my mom on the Sunday, and I said, I'm like, I don't know if he liked me or not. He was just really, really quiet, and like, are we gonna have a second date? I don't know, maybe, possibly. I hope he liked me. I hope he thought I was pretty cool, and he was just really quiet. And my mom said, Diego, she's like, I love you and I know my son. You're like a lot. And I'm like, I am a lot, and proudly. But anyway, so when I heard back from him on Monday the 23rd, and he was asking me, or he was telling me that, he hopes that we got together again for like a second date, I was smitten. I said, I know I mentioned that I'm a group fitness instructor. We're having this program launch tomorrow at our facility in Pharr, Texas. Would you like to attend? It's a 45-minute long exercise class that you're gonna drive an hour to get to. The invite's there. If you wanna come, you come. And sure enough, on Tuesday the 24th, he came. He showed up. I believe he was a little closer to like not being on time on Tuesday, but in his defense, he had worked all day long and he had to brave rush hour traffic driving from Brownsville to Pharr. So I gave him a pass. And also, like, what a freaking stinking honor that he would drive so far just to come spend 45 minutes with me. He's racking up his points, y'all. He's doing a very good job. So exercise class starts and finishes. Obviously we don't have any like real interaction because I'm on stage teaching and he's a participant. So I had invited him to go have dinner with me and my 2 best friends, Cooper and Amanda, who also taught class with me. And so he graciously accepted. And so, but then like he steps out of the room and Cooper and Amanda are like, brah, what are you doing? Like, you're off tomorrow. Why don't you drive to Brownsville and you can have like a nice long dinner with him, and like it'll be great and it'll be just the 2 of you. So what wound up happening was I told him, I said, I'm like, look, why don't you, like, I'm off tomorrow and you work tomorrow, so like why don't I make this a little bit easier on you, and like why don't you drive to Brownsville and just give me like an hour and a half and I will swing by my apartment to grab a change of clothes real quick, pick up Tina, my dog, who you'll meet if, like, in case you don't know who Tina is, and then I will drive on over to Brownsville because I'm off tomorrow. And yeah, we wound up having a very lovely second date dinner on Tuesday the 24th at Chili's. So that was really, really cool. And I actually think we had like our 3rd date the very next day, but I think I spent the day in Brownsville, and he joined me at Starbucks on the Wednesday. So Wednesday the 25th. And I remember he got a venti-sized hot skinny mocha with the whipped cream on top. Yeah, because he had been going to Orange Theory. Yes, I remember. And so, like, in a nutshell, those are our first 3 dates. It turns out that I didn't have very much to worry about when I was like, I hope he likes me. No. Evidently, he thinks that I'm pretty cool. I kind of wanted to give you guys like a part 1. I'm sure there'll be a part 2, especially in the days leading up to the big day. I'm like so excited. How freaking cool is that I happened to stumble upon someone who thinks that I'm just like the coolest person in the whole wide world, like feelings mutual, because I think that he's like the coolest person in the whole wide world. He just, you know, like he wants to spend the rest of his life with me and I want to spend the rest of my life with him, and so I think it's pretty dandy. Yeah, I get all giggly when I think about him. I will conclude it at that. We'll end part 1 there, and I'm sure there'll be a part 2, maybe a part 3. I might even have him sit down and like talk to you guys with me. That would be super fun. So you can meet him. Anywho, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I know it's Monday and a lot of people are like super cynical about Mondays, but it's all about mindset. So just make sure that you have like a good attitude. Put on your good attitude shoes and your big boy pants and your big girl pants and your big person pants and just like hit it. Just hit it hard. And also because everyone is just like sick and gross right now, make sure you are washing your hands and wearing your mask and staying super duper safe. And I said it in my last video, make sure you stay away from like your grandparents, or you know, because last thing you want them to do is drop dead from coronavirus and COVID-19 and all that junk. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. I hope to see you guys again very, very soon. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.